already starting off with a little rush. Guys, welcome to Petty Hour. I'm your host, Natalie. In today's Petty Hour, we are talking about, is it ever okay for your wife, your girlfriend, maybe your man, to wear short shorts out in public? Now, we touched on this a little bit last. I feel like I'm so dark. Hold on, guys. There we go. We touched on this a little bit last week. I go live every Monday and Wednesdays typically, and I wanted to get more philosophical with it. So let me know in the comment section, is it ever okay for your partner to wear short shorts? I want to know where people stand. Y'all know I'm going to give my story. Other than that, I want to give a little backstory of what happened to me today. All right, let me know if this has ever happened to you guys too while we're waiting on the chat to load. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe if you're new here. We're on the road to 5K. Hey, how you doing? So, I need y'all to understand this. So, I like Cane's, right? So, Cane's is 30 minutes away from me. All right? Let's get philosophical, bruh. My man told me today he want to go to Cane's. I promised my daughter, right? He don't like Cane's, though. And that's cool. But he's like, we're going to go. Boom, boom, boom. Fast forward. We get really close. I don't want my man wearing short shorts. We get really close to Cane's, and my husband says to me, you know, he don't like fast food, and that's cool. He says, do you think they got fish in there? I go to Cane's so that I know that Cane's don't sell fish. Cane's is like the international house of chicken. So I'm like, nah, they don't have fish. And he's like, well, I'm still going to check when I get inside. Y'all know how Cane's be, right? Every time I go to Cane's, it's out of control. We get up there and the waiter, the cashier's looking to place our order, right? Line is out the door and he's still looking for fish on this menu. And I'm just like, bruh, come on. Have y'all ever dated someone like, don't get me wrong, I love my husband. This ain't the topic. I just want to tell y'all what happened to me today. But sometimes he's just the polar opposite of me. If I'm telling you they don't have fish and I'm an active Cane's chicken eater, listen to me. You feel me? He's the complete opposite of me. So we're waiting in the line to get my chicken tenders. We're in the line to get my chicken tenders. And I fill up my drink and he's like, do you want me to fill up your drink he's just always a delay. Like it's really hard for me to relate to someone that's really a delay. But yeah, guys, I just wanted to tell y'all that. But today's topic is, would you ever, or not would you ever, is it ever okay for your man or your woman to wear short shorts? All right, let me know in the chat. Y'all know I'm going to go over everything that happens in the chat. I'm going to give you my little spill. We talked about it last week a little bit, but I didn't get all philosophical. I realized there's people in the chat, but I realized also I have ADHD. I promise I'm going to shout all of you guys out. I just try to focus on this story, and I realize it's Mr. LSU. That's what I'm talking about. Mr. LSU, I need you to acknowledge everybody that's in the chat. Thank you for being here, homie. If I'm in the middle of the story. So we're talking about short shorts. Is it ever okay for a woman to wear short shorts or your man's to wear short shorts? And I'm going to say no. And I need you guys to understand why. And at first, I didn't know this was a big deal. I'm the kind of person I might put on short shorts to run inside of a store to grab something real fast. Because I don't pay attention to how people, you feel me? I don't pay attention to how people look at me. If I'm going in to get a water, you feel me? I'm not going to worry about who's looking at me. And so my husband told me one day, I don't even wear that many shorts because I already know it's going to be. But he told me not to wear short shorts because it's getting attention. You got to think he's not with me all the time. And I just think it's respectful. And I need you to understand also, like, I think, in my opinion, that thicker women. Now, I can't talk on skinny women because I'm not a skinny woman. I'm a thicker woman. So I'm coming from a thick woman's perspective. I think if you're a thicker woman, you're automatically sexualized. People are automatically sexualizing your body before you even do anything, even if you're just running in to get a drink. So I say that to tell you that, in my opinion, I think it's disrespectful for a woman to wear short shorts because at the end of the day, you might not think they're sexualizing you, but that's what's actually happening. So that being said, if you respect your man, I think that you have to respect them. You feel what I'm saying? You have to respect them. It doesn't matter if you think, well, I don't know if someone's looking at me that way, because at the end of the day, they are looking at you that way. I made stories talking about, I don't know if you guys are new to the channel. I appreciate you guys pulling up on a Saturday. You know, I'm never here on a Saturday. I'm going to go into details about why I'm here on a Saturday later on in the podcast. But what was I going? ADHD kicking in. There it goes. Full throttle. So that being said, I think that you're sexualized. You're sexualized, and since you're sexualized and you're in a relationship, that is good to respect the other person. You're automatically going to be sexualized as a woman. But if you're a thicker woman, you're more sexualized. But guys, let me know what y'all think. Once again, my name is Natalie. I go live every Monday, Wednesday, maybe Saturdays now moving forward. Hey, tall boy, I remember you from last episode. Scott, no, what? You don't think women should wear them? Tall boy in the building. Jamaica in the building. Lawyer Calvin, hey, Black Mama. Hey, how you doing? Uppy Poo, how you doing? You agree? I see you in here representing, girl. I appreciate you being here. Adonis, hi. You're right, sister. Thank you so much. Tall boy said, hey. No, I don't sing. I used to think I could sing back in the day. Tall boy said hello again. Darlene, facts. Like, I don't know. I think a lot of people don't want to put themselves in someone's situation. I also talked about it last podcast. Guys, this is Petty Hour in case you don't know. I had OnlyFans at one point. And I'm not going to get all philosophical in details, but I needed to have OnlyFans. Me and my man had separated. I needed extra income. But when we reconciled, when we reunited, that was the first thing I told him. I told him, hey, I want to be respectful by letting you know that I am doing this, but I'm going to stop. It's not like he ever asked me to stop, but I feel like out of the respect for him, come on, man, nobody want their wife to be out there like that. No one want their girlfriend to be out there like that, but I stopped doing it, and it wasn't an argument. I just said, hey, I was doing this to get money. But now we're together, and out of the respect for you, I respect you. I don't want you to feel any kind of way. So therefore, I'm going to stop doing it. Now, I still need the money, but I'm going to stop doing it due to the fact that I don't want you to feel any kind of way. I think when you're in a relationship that you have to think, how is this going to make my partner feel? Now, don't get me wrong. A lot of people don't feel that way, and that's why there's infidelity. That's why people are cheating. That's why people are becoming pregnant by different people. But I think if you're upfront, I've always been an upfront kind of gal. Y'all know if y'all been here for a minute, your girl shares her whole life story on here. So exactly, he's right that it attracts the attention. And I didn't understand that it was attracting the attention at first. Because like I said, sometimes I just want to go in a store. I'm not worried about who's looking at me. I'm just trying to grab a drink and go about I don't care. My mind, I've always never really paid attention to my surroundings. So in my mind, if I'm thinking I'm going to grab a drink, why does it matter what I have on? If that makes any sense. But then, like I said, once he brought it to my attention, now I'm more observant of the fact. And I already know that I'm already being sexualized. I've talked about, going to a grocery store. Bruh, me being thicker, me going in a grocery store, you'll feel people staring at you. And you turn around and they are staring at you. Or not only that, they'll be staring. I don't know what this is because I'm not a man. Maybe a man can chime in and let me know in the comment section. But they'll stare at my thighs. I guess because my thighs are big. They'll pass me up. If you know what I'm saying? Your little alarm goes off. You'll turn around and they're actually staring at your behind. But they'll stare at your thighs first. So you have to think as a woman, me wearing these shorts, that's giving them more to look at you. Reagan said, I love your voice. I appreciate you, Rahana. I wanted to be in radio when I was younger. But look at me. I'm still doing it now as I'm older. Yes, men wear short shorts too. But guys, let me know in the comments. The topic of today is it ever okay for a woman or a man to wear short shorts. Guys, I'm also on the road to 5K subscribers. So if you like topics like this, do me a favor, go ahead and subscribe because I go live 2 times a week, pushing 3 times a week. Aiden, yes, definitely women should be very modest if they're dating. And hold on, guys, because here he is. Hold on one second. Sometimes I think stuff, but I just don't say it. You know that? So I think a man shouldn't be controlling on what a woman's wearing unless it's really needed to that point is bad. But I don't really think it's being controlling. I think it's really... Because you got to think this way, Aiden, if you're still here, Aiden in the building, hands to the ceiling. You have to think this way. You don't know what someone's ever capable of doing. So you don't know how someone's going to, like me being a woman, me going into a store, you don't know if me being over-sexualized, how that man is going to handle it. So at the end of the day, I don't even think if it rules back to that man's being controlling by asking his wife, his girlfriend, whatever, not to wear short shorts. I think it's a safety precaution because you just realistically don't know what somebody's willing to do. And I'm gonna hop into a story because you know I got stories for days. Scott says I have ADHD too and anxiety. Scott, damn, bro, I hate to hear that, homie. I just think I have ADHD. What women who dress like that exactly. Well, sometimes I think some women who dress that way are looking for attention. But like me, when I go in, like literally I work night shift. So sometimes I'm in Florida. Sometimes it's just comfy and convenient for me to throw some shorts on to go get a drink or whatever it is I'm doing. Tall boy, I appreciate you. You're beautiful. Epi says exactly. Y'all said facts. So it looks like y'all, I haven't strode all the way down, but it looks like everybody's pretty much agreeing with your girl. Black Adam said, get right, Natalie. Amen. I was about to say Black Adam said, Adam, I gave you everything I had left to give, but you still gave me the butt to kiss. How dare you? Exactly. Darlene says, you're right. You're so beautiful. Thank you so much, Chloe. Black Adam says, correct. If I had, I would spoil you. Hey, tall boy. Super chats are open. Send them super chats if you're trying to. Hello. VJ said, hello. Hey, relationships don't exist. I think relationships exist. It's really hard out here in these streets, though, bruh. I ain't gonna lie to you guys. It's so hard because I think there's so many choices out here. Let me get this water in my system. Yeah, hear it on the mic. Yeah, hear it on the mic. Hey, sweetie BJ, how you doing? Skid said, hi, how you doing? Treehouse says, you're right. Hey, sweetie, why are you loud and ghetto? Because you like it. Bug, because you like it. You're not thick for real. Akeem, if you feel that way, baby. Gohan said, huh? Let me see. I'll think you are. Don't know what that means. You look like my dad when he sleeps outside. Thank you so much, Tesso. I appreciate you being here, homie. Thirsty Thirst. Yes, how you look so beautiful. Thank you so much. Wanna be what? Yes, a woman should be modest. Exactly. Stick with the radio. Oh, Dan, thank you. Sky's out. Yes, Night. Do you need me for something, sweetie? You need me for something? Yeah, get that stuff right there. Thank you, Emmanuel. Thank you so much, Mr. Fender. Girls, you got something to stare, then complain about it. I don't think it's controlling. I don't think it's controlling either. I don't think it's controlling because I think, like I said, you're just being safe. You're being in a safe situation. Thank you so much, London Renee. Can you shout my name out? Bryant Lawson in the building, hands to the ceiling. London Ray said, hi. Definitely you more of a precaution than being controlling. A woman should definitely be modest if she's dating a guy. Exactly, but I don't know why they put themselves out there, but I think a lot of people are there just like pick me behavior. They want people to look at them. They put shorts on to get attention. Guys, I'm still going through the chat. Dolores says, hi, me new. Hey, thank you for being here, Dolores. Shauna said, hi, how you doing? B. Millie, it's hard to those that haven't witnessed nor in position to truly be themselves. Yeah, like a lot of people like to feel like they like that kind of attention. You feel me? But me, I don't know if you guys have ever watched. I know a lot. You guys might be new here, but I don't like that kind of attention. I don't like people staring at me. I always overreact when I get someone staring at me. I always make it a big deal because I don't like that kind of attention. Dolores said hi. Shona said hi. Can you shout my name out? I already did, I think. Shona said hi. Dolores says hi. I'm new here. You need something? Huh? What do you need? Guys, give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. What do you need? These tools? It's amazing when peers who grew up in the 90s romance area says there's no love out here. There's no love out here because, like, I grew up in the 90s, but I think it's different now because obviously when I grew up, obviously that stage of era was like, I'm sitting at an angle, guys, while he gets his tools. He's outside. So there wasn't Tinder apps. There wasn't dating apps. There wasn't all of these apps. Like back in the day when you were trying to date someone, you actually met them at clubs. You feel me? Or just out in public places. I think now everything is over sexualized when you have, Instagram models, you got dating apps, you have all of these apps to where now it's easier for you. Like you lose focus. You got to think like it used to be you meet someone at a store and then you would engage with them to know if you like that person or not. I don't know if that makes any sense. So that's just a one standard thing. Now it's like I said, all the dating apps, like the clubs, it's just way more exposure, guys. Someone asked how old I was earlier. Oh my goodness, ring light about to fall on my face. Define what a woman is without using the word woman. I think somebody with enlarged breasts that wears a bra that has a uterus, a vagina, and is able to deliver children. Hopefully, Tommy, I named it down correctly. Thank you, London. You said stunning queen. Can you shout my name out? Bryant Lawson in the building. Can you wear short shorts? Sure. Just don't be showing all them hamburgers. Stop it. But I just think it's rarely... I think it's just really disrespectful to go outside with butt cheeks out. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I've always had some kind of standards. Like I said, I've never liked people to stare at me. And I've just felt like that I don't want to give people a reason of staring at me. Guys, if you're new here and you like topics like this, my name is Natalie. I'm switching over to 3 times a week going live. Each live is going to be a different topic. So make sure you guys subscribe so you don't miss it. Short shorts are not disrespectful in atmosphere. I feel you being Melly if that's how you feel, but it's also smelly. Thank you, Briat. I bet. Ricky, whatever you think, homie. Bryson, thank you so much. GMAMSR, please. Super chat, and I got you. I wouldn't show my assets in the mix of unknown company. That's disrespectful. But a lot of people don't feel that way. I'm going to get into a story. B. Millie, stay here for a minute, homie. I'm going to tell you something. This is going to be really interesting. A lot of women like dressing up and up stylish, and that's okay, but it's better ways to be stylish and modest as well. Bryson, I'm sorry, homie. I see you. Charlie, do what you want to do, homie. B. Millie, I'm going to tell you the story. So that's my husband walking around, right? But when I first got with him, I had a roommate, and this girl made me so mad. I've talked about it on previous videos. For one, she keyed my bedroom, was sneaking in my room when I got with my husband. He was my boyfriend then. Boom, fast forward. I remember the first night he came over. I really hope this ring light don't fall, bro. It keeps leaning. So anyway, look, I hope you guys can hear me. She had on a short shirt, cut like this. She was top heavy, right? Why the first night he comes over, I make chicken, fried chicken. I don't know what else I made because the fried chicken is the star of the story. Why is she eating the chicken? You know, the crumbs fall down inside of her shirt. You feel me? And she starts doing this in front of him. First day he comes over, I cook. She's like, I can't believe these big things. Like, I don't know what to do with these big things. But like, keep in mind, she was keying my bedroom door. I made a whole story about it. I'm just going to dabble into it. I'm not going to speak too much because there's a whole video about it. I woke up one night. I kept feeling like something was being moved around in my room. We had 2 bedrooms. I stayed in the master bedroom. So that night I woke up, I remember hearing like, you know, her keying the door jiggling. And I'm trying to wake him up like, bruh, do you hear this noise? He didn't wake up. Boom, she opens the door. And the only thing she could say, I wasn't even going to confront her because I was like, I've learned from dealing with people like that. When you confront someone doing something so idiotic like that, they're going to act like they're going to put the blame on you. But anyway, I couldn't help it because I had suspected her of coming in my room multiple nights. I just couldn't prove it. Long story short, when she comes in, I hop up and I'm like, what are you doing in my room? And the only thing she could say was, I had to use the restroom. That's all she could say. Oh, are you naked, Natalie? I had to use the restroom. So some women are just, it's crazy out here in these streets. And that's why I say that no matter what, and guys, I'm sorry, I'm going to get it back into the chat. I think that's why I say you have to take precautions when wearing shorts. Yeah, you don't have bad intentions. You might have the same intentions I have. Go in the store right fast, grab whatever, get out, right? But when you don't know what that other person is capable of doing, like I didn't know what that woman keyed my bedroom door. That was my roommate. I worked with her, my friend, I thought. But like, you don't really know people until they do something like that puts you in that situation. So what did I do? Bruh, I had been with my boyfriend at that not too long. I wound up staying with him a little bit. And then finally I moved out. But then she hit me up on Facebook talking about she's sorry. She saw me working out at the gym. Blase. But people are crazy, man. I'm at 39 subs. Try Pro. Y'all check out Try Pro. He's trying to get his subs up. Get Aiden out of here, bro. What is he doing? I'm not even reading what Aiden says. Try growing up in the 80s. I was born in 86. Pick up sticks. Quan, thank you. Hi. You're breaking up like the Temptations. Okay. Mr. LSU, thank you, bro, because I see you going. Grrr. Guys, make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe if you're new here on the road to 5K. Got #1 moderator in the building. Mr. LSU, I appreciate you. You don't like people staring, but you put your face on live. I put my face on live, but I hate, and I will say it with a passion, every day long as I'm living, I hate for people to look at me and sexualize me. I just hate it. I don't know why. You feel me? Because I feel like face card valid, but I feel like if you're going to stare at me just because of my badonkadonk, and it doesn't give you the right of staring at me. I'm sorry, I don't know. This is just how I feel. I've always felt this way. I don't like when people stare at me. Sexualized, I don't like it. And I don't know if it has anything to do with me having a man, but ultimately, I don't even think it has to do with me having a man. I just think that we have mouths. We are humans. I expect that when I go to the zoo and I see an animal I've never seen before, if I see a gorilla, I'm going to stare at that gorilla in amazement because I realize that I can't communicate with a gorilla. You feel me? But I feel like if someone's staring at me and over-sexualizing me, that's not cool for me. I don't know, guys. That's how I feel about it. I may be wrong. I don't think I'm right about everything, but you guys can let me know how y'all feel about it in the chat below. AB says, you are very pretty. I appreciate you, AB. Thank you, AB. Tommy, relaxed. I feel like Mr. LSU went in there and all I'm seeing on my screen is I'm strolling down, guys. Is message deleted from Mr. LSU. Message deleted from Mr. LSU. Guys, so can y'all Do me a favor and shout out my moderator in the building one time, guys. While y'all are here, do me a favor, hit that like button, subscribe. I go live every Monday, every Wednesday, but also, I'm trying to get my Saturdays up. So crazy how married women come to work wearing nothing. I bet your husband allowed this. No, what does that even mean? Let me tell y'all something. Solar God, if you're still here, homie, I hope you are, because I have a message for you. Right here in the building, I remember you. My message for you is I've been employed at Amazon, Solar God, for 5 years. And out of all those 5 years, I've never wore shorts. And I've never wore shorts because when I first started at Amazon, there was a weird, creepy guy. I'm a legging kind of gal. I'm a legging kind of girl because, for one, I work out. For two, a lot of times I would leave work and go straight to the gym. But long story long, man, my stories be long, don't they? Long story chapter book. But I say that to tell you that it was a guy. Everybody told me he was a creep. But fast forward, he told me one day, he was like, do you ever wear shorts? Because I've only seen you wearing leggings. And I said, why? And he was like, so you're telling me I'm never going to get first week working with bruh. First week working with bruh. So I'm never going to get a chance of seeing your legs. And that tells me, like, I am not going to put anything on that's going to satisfy your whatever theory you got. That's not why I'm in the business. Now, when I did OnlyFans, that's why I was in the business. But I'm not doing that anymore. Don't come at me and say some stuff like that. But not only that alone, I just never been the kind of person. If you're familiar with yourself, I am familiar with myself. I am familiar with my curves. I am aware of it. So therefore, I'm not going to do anything to satisfy your sexualization of me. I'm not going to do it, bro. I just don't do it. Water break, guys. Make sure y'all hit the like. Make sure you subscribe. Damino, thank you so much. Rupert James, how you doing? River Fox, it's so true. I appreciate you. You got a badonky donk. I think I do. That's what I hear. It might not be for real. Oh, yeah, I got a man. Then why are you on here? 29 people are staring at you right now. It's different. I'm talking. I don't want to be... If I wanted people to over-sexualize me, I would stand up and have my booty cheeks towards the camera and I would be talking. But I think when someone is sexualizing you by looking at your body before... Like, you don't even see my body. I'm sitting down and I'm using my voice. So I think that's the difference. Why does everything have to be sexualized? I think because everything now is so accessible. You know, certain websites, I think Tinder, I think everything's instant. You know, growing up, because I'm an 80s baby, like if I wanted McDonald's, everything's instant. And I think that's why everything is instantly sexualized. You got to think like the music, I think movies, I think, you know, dating apps. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I agree with you. You're a real one. I appreciate you, B Rabbit. B Rabbit in the building, hands to the ceiling. This is so right and true. I fully agree. River Fox, I appreciate you guys. Yo, saw you yesterday at Walmart buying a bunch of baby oil in plastic bags, talking about going to a party in Los Angeles. Seems very excited saying that you my first time checking you good. For one, I'm in Kentucky. So guys, give me a second. I appreciate you guys being here. Do me a favor. Give me a second to kick somebody out. Done. You're a woman of value and I love it. Yeah, I've always had value. B Rabbit, I appreciate you. You a me type of girl though. What's that mean? Who put the microwave on the ceiling? My man's. Does that look like it's on the ceiling? Hands to the ceiling, microwave in the building. You a good story is good. Going somewhere. You're good. The story is going somewhere. I appreciate you. First week working, Epi. First week working with bruh. First week working at bruh. You look like Bad Barbie. Stop it. Being thirsty and creepy don't pay off. A man should always keep his composure. They don't know how to keep their composures. Man, I can get into another story. You wear that shirt a lot. Thank you. Real one, send me a super chat so I can go buy another shirt, homie. If you don't like it, this is why I only date nobody. Stop. I had to wake up at 10 o'clock. Where'd that go? This morning, I'm effing miserable. I feel you, homie. Get some coffee in your system. Love the way your hair is tied up like that. Thank you so much, because we aren't sexualizing her. We're listening to her. Exactly, River Fox. I don't know. Some days, I don't know what it is. I don't know if COVID people see during COVID, guys, I still worked. A lot of people didn't. But I think a lot of people being in lockdown and isolation, it really messes with your mind. You feel me? And I think, I don't know, you don't have to agree with everything I'm saying. But I think people are weirder and weirder. Like I'm late to the party, finding out about the whole David story. I don't know. I would see the story pop up. Are y'all familiar with that story? But I thought it was saying that he no longer is alive, but it's saying something else. Man, your man is so lucky. Keep doing what you're doing, sis. Keep preaching. Rupert, thank you, man. I just subbed. You're amazing. Remember, Fox, I appreciate you guys, man. I really appreciate you guys being here. Cool feet in the building, hands to the ceiling. Guys, I got through all the chat. Yes, guys, let's get y'all here, Epi. Epi, I appreciate you being here, homie. Guys, let's get that super chat flowing. Your girl is on a goal of. I'm so thirsty today, y'all. I went outside before I got on its live and cleaned my car out, vacuumed it out, and it's like 90 degrees outside. But Buster, what's up, homie? Everybody, if you're ballers, send her 1,000. Y'all don't even gotta send 1,000. I'm not on here begging for money, but if y'all want to send a super chat, I'm not going to be like, oh, please, no, don't send it. But I cleaned my car out for about a good 30 minutes, and I'm dehydrated. It's hot outside, but I'm on a goal of quitting my job to be a full-time content curator. So that's my goal. And so super chats do all, what I'm saying, fuel that passion of doing that. You're a fine and beautiful person. I appreciate you. Ryan, come on, bruh. Come on, let's be for real. I think me almost 40 years old, if I choose now to get a nose job, I'm kind of late to the party. You feel me? I feel like I'm late to the peak, so I would not use the money for a nose job. Say your question. Would you allow your little daughter to wear that problem is we think because we're adults that we can do whatever, but hey, it is what it is. Say your question, would you allow your little daughter to wear that? The problem is we think, wear what? My shirt or shorts? Guys, who's going to be the first person to send a super chat so we can get it all going down? But let me tell y'all the story of how weird people are, man. Make sure you feel me. I don't think she needs a nose job. She's probably athletic. I try to be athletic. 1,000 would help you and me for better food. Exactly. I'm gonna tell y'all this story, man. The story's gonna be wild. So I'm trying to learn how to not over talk. All right. I feel like I over explain stuff because I want all the details to be done the first time. But no, I wouldn't, because I feel like a lot of kids are sexualized as well. So I wouldn't allow something that I wouldn't wear myself. I would not put on another person. I've talked about it before. Proud to be a simp. Beautiful name, by the way. Hopeless isn't troll activity. I've talked about how I'm very empathetic and understanding. So what I'm trying to say is that if I feel that way about myself, I wouldn't put my daughter in the next situation, the same situation. So that being, if I feel that way about me, someone's going to sexualize me, I wouldn't put my child in the same situation. If that makes any sense. Guys, do me a favor. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe. I'm going to get into the story about how weird people are. My daughter, she will be on. I send her 1,000 every week. She is grown. I feel that. So let me tell you this story River Foxes, I love how much you talk. It makes it fun. I talk too much. I be thinking I'm an alien sometimes. Sometimes my husband be like, Natalie, like, you talking too much, son. Guys, pause 1 second. Pause 1 second. Anna in the building, hands to the ceiling. Anna. When I'm sitting with Anna, I'm really sitting with Anna. And it no metaphor punchline. I'm really sitting with Anna. Anna in the live, hands up to the sky. It's okay to overtalk. We're here for it. Believe it. You trying to get it all the information to us to understand where you're coming from. See, Epi, I believe that, but sometimes like when I do a video or a story or a short, I feel like your girl over talking. You feel me? I always got to go back like, skim this, Natalie, skim this, Natalie, skim this right here, Natalie, skim this right here, Natalie, because you talking too much and it's too much for a normal person to process. Hi, Queen. London Renee, how you doing? Say hi, London. Hi, London. Guys, I'm going to get into the story. I wouldn't talk to a female that dresses that way. But then again, I have very strict old-fashioned rules. For instance, it's not my woman. I'm not going to hug her, but that's me, and I understand that. Thank you, London. So, guys, we are all aliens. I feel that. Listen to the story and tell me how weird this story is, all right? So, don't overtalk, Natalie. Okay, so I talked about it before, but my husband's Cuban, right? So during COVID, my husband went to Cuba and it was like locked down in the country because of COVID for a year, all right? Anna, we talking about a whole bunch of stuff, bruh. We talking about a whole bunch of stuff. We were talking about if it's ever okay for, guys, that's the Anna I just shouted out. We were talking about, is it ever okay to wear short shorts in a relationship? But let me get this water and I promise you guys I'm going to finish the story. Making sure how long I've been on here. All right. So when I met this guy, London, see you in the chat, homie. Me and my husband had separated before he went to Cuba. Just so you guys know, I wasn't out here in these streets for real. So I started talking to this guy and he seemed normal, bruh. Why? I went over to his house on the 4th of July and he was like, he says to me, like, he's drinking and stuff. I didn't plan on drinking. I didn't drink because I knew I had to drive home. And this is how weird people are, guys. I've dealt with this another time. I don't know if it's just me, but he wanted to, you feel me? Y'all feel me what I'm saying? Engage. And I was like, nah, I'm not comfortable doing that. I remember I went to the restroom. And when I came out of the restroom, he was like, I need you. I'm trying to, you feel me? I'm trying to. And I was like, I'm not trying to do that, bruh. I just met you. I don't know you. I promise you guys. I hope you guys are reading in between the lines. He was like, if you don't take care of me, I am going to take care of myself. And starts to take care of himself. I grabbed my keys so fast and zoomed out that door. But that's just to tell you what kind of weird situations I go through. So I went through that. I told you about a roommate that keyed my bedroom door to try to get in my bedroom. I deal with a whole bunch of weird stuff. He's trash. Bruh, trash ain't even the word. I'm telling you guys. And people, like, when I come on here and I talk about this stuff, Willie in the building, hands to the ceiling. When I come on here and talk about this stuff, people are like, I guess they think I'm making this stuff up. There's so much, like, I don't know. People are weird, man. Epi, I promise you. River, I promise you. Bounce. I bounced so fast. Like, I got in my car, skirt, pulled off with the quickness. And then I had met him on a dating app. And so I don't know how he found me on Facebook. He wound up finding me on Facebook. And I blocked him on everything. But he wasn't my friend on Facebook. He wrote me on Facebook apologizing. But it was like, my issue is, knock on wood, I've never been locked up. And I think I've never been locked up for doing anything like crazy because I try not to think with emotion. I try to encounter everything I do and think logic behind it. But the logic I thought about him, reaching back out to me was, bruh said he wanted me to take care of him, and if I didn't, he was going to take care of himself. That like replayed in my head. I've never heard that before, guys. Almost 40 years old. I've never heard that before. So when he sent me that request, I thought, how do you go back to that? You can't just leave him saying that and you pick up, everything's good. The next time you go over there, it's going to be forever an awkward situation. So I ultimately make the decision to not to continue to talk to him. People are weird, man. I don't know. I don't know what it is, but people are weird. Someone said they thought I was a Libra. Proud to be a simp. I'm a ascending Libra, but I'm a Leo in real life. Leo's in the chat. Hands up to this. Leo was in the building. Hands up to the ceiling. Show us how you square up. Christopher, send me a super chat, and I got you. Can't make that up, bruh. Can't make that up. But it was more to it. Oh, that was the highlight. Y'all know I'm like, the crazy thing is, I ran back to my husband so fast, but the crazy thing is, he had told me that night, because you got to think we're drinking, it's 4th of July, and he had told me that night, if we ever become sexual, and I'm looking at him like, what? He was like, it's okay for you to stick a finger. Kid you not. Kid you not. Kid you not. And there's nothing wrong. I feel like if that's the way you float, you feel me? But I also feel like that is not the first thing you tell some. Well, we went to a dinner. We went to like Longhorns like a week before that. We spent, the days and the nights talking on the phone and texting. But I just feel like the second time you meet somebody, that is not something you say. That I've never heard that but the second time. Boy, I couldn't wait for my husband to come back for us to make up. Do you hear me? And I told him, and he was like, you got to be. I said, I kid you not. Kid you not. Can't make that up. Even though I'm a guy, I'm fully related. I'm felt with creepy guys too. It's so annoying, especially when they're touchy. Like, ew. That's the thing. I've talked about it before, River Fox. I don't know. I think you're new here, homie. But I've talked about working at jobs. Why do I always get this close? Let me scoot back. I've talked about working at jobs where I'm going to dabble in it because I talk about it all the time. And I talk about it all the time because it's so like, bruh, it's so creepy to me. I've had women like me. I've had women sit on my lap, and I've asked them not to sit on my lap. And just like I've had women like obsessed over me. I've had women basically, tell me they like me. And I'm like, well, no disrespect to those who are that way, but I'm not that way. And every time I dabble off and I say that, people tell me, well, you're pretty. You're attractive, Natalie. You're going to get all ends of the boat. So let me tell you how I think. Because, your girl be thinking. The way I think is, I am I'm African American, right? I understand that not African American is not everybody's taste. You feel me? So what do I look like pursuing a guy that's not interested in me? Let's say I like all kinds of guys. I don't discriminate. But let's say a white guy doesn't like black women. Let's just say that, for instance. So if he don't like me, y'all know I'm going to be all animated. If he don't like me, what do I look like saying, ooh, like me, ooh, take me out, ooh, I like you, ooh, I'm not going to do all that, because at the end of the day, no means no. So when I was telling that woman to stop sitting on my lap, I didn't like it. I found it disrespectful. We're at a work environment. I found it very, very, like I couldn't even focus on my job because this lady was all over me. It was wild. I don't know why all these weird things happen to me. Boy, I be telling people, I think, because I'm in Florida now, you guys. I'm from Kentucky, if you can't hear by the southern hospitality in my voice. But it's like I feel like people shapeshift. Like I dealt with the same lady that was sitting on my lap here in Florida. It was a lady similar that was at the job in Kentucky. I don't know why. I don't know what it is, but I think, if I had to tie with the women, the roommate key in my door, if I had to tie in, guys, I'm going to check the chat. I'm sorry. I see it. I see it piled up, and I appreciate you guys being here on the Saturday. The woman key in my door, the woman sitting on my lap. What all these women to me have in common is they're not comfortable being who they are. And me, I embrace who I am. Like, I know I'm different. You feel me? I know I'm different. I know I'm not like a lot of people. And that to me tells me that I radiate some kind of confidence. Like, I ain't gonna keep talking about, I talk about this on my channel, but I talk about this on my channel. But like now, like I used to be like, I don't want to say like miss popularity at my job, but I've transferred different jobs. And I've realized like people that at my last building were trying to like get to me. You feel me? Now I eat in my car. It takes a different level of confidence. I've never sat in my car, feel me, 10-hour days. I've never done that, but I have to do it now because I feel like people are so weird. Promise you, bro. And I'm gonna get into this chat. Appreciate you guys being here. Make sure you smash the like button. Make sure you subscribe. I promise you, I'm reading it now. Wow. If you got a husband, you better keep. There's nothing out there. I'm gonna keep him, bro. Hopefully, if he don't mess up, you feel me? So far, he's good, but I don't know. It's just really hard. We ain't gonna get into it. Listen, dude. Why would you ever contact her again? Just why? Weird. Even the word "I want nothing to do with you." You talking about the lady who sat on my lap? Referring to her, what I had to do is, I talked about it before. All right, look, golly, y'all know I like to talk. Dang, bruh. So with her, I realized, because I didn't realize it at first. The way I compare it to is like playing Mortal Kombat. You ever play Mortal Kombat on one player mode and you play somebody and then the next boss gets more difficult, then the next boss gets more difficult? Now I've learned how to deal with people like her. But anywho, I told her to leave me alone. But leading up to this, appreciate you guys being here. I know this is a long chat. I'm on here for an hour. But leading up to this, I was working at Herbalife and we had an event each month. And I had told her that I was going to give her a ride to this event, right? I told her that. This is before I found out she was weird, right? So I'm going to try to make this short. We had decorated the shake shop for each holiday. This time it was Valentine's Day. Boom. I wanted my picture solo dolo in front of the hearts and stuff. You feel me? And so I asked another person in the shop, can you take my picture? And he was like, yeah, I got you. So when I went over there, and got real nice, like, and sat in the chair across my legs, she comes over and she sat on my lap. And it was like what she said that haunted me. Then I'm gonna fast forward to what I told her. So when she sat on my lap, she put her hand around me. There's a whole story on my channel, guys. Check it out. I do not blur out her face. So I think the thumbnail says she was trying to wear my skin, and I still believe it, bruh. Sat on my lap. She whispers in my ear, I hope your man don't get mad. And I promise you, when she said that, it echoed. I could still hear how she says it till this day. This was years ago. But anywho, I had that conversation with her and I was like, look, bruh, I told her, but I was really nice about it. I don't like that. Please don't do that. I've had a woman that was interested in me before. She knew I had a woman interested in me before, guys. If you haven't hit the like button, please like, please subscribe. On the road to 5K. But when I told her that, it was like she was oblivious to it. So fast forward, I told her I was going to give her a ride to this, you feel me, event. But when she sat on my lap, I was like, hell no, I ain't giving her a ride to this event. This bitch weird. I just don't like putting people in my space. It's one thing if I'm working with you at the shop, but if I'm putting you in my car, that's my personal space. And then I got to sit at you at this event. I ain't trying to do all that. So long story short, I wound up telling her, because I think I just started cutting her off. You feel me? Little by little, I didn't talk to her as much. And she picked up like, boom. Natalie ain't talking to me. So Fast forward, I felt like she kept asking for my attention. Really hard to explain, but I felt like she was just like so hyper focused on me. And she wanted me to talk when I started to like cut her off. And finally, I told her, and I felt this way. I felt it with all my heart. I was like, what am I going to tell this woman for her to leave me alone? And I don't know if you guys know, but y'all know I'm good with my words, right? That's why I keep talking so much. I said, what am I going to tell her, bruh? So after I told her to stop sitting on my lap, she did it again, right? So she pulled up one day, and I didn't want it to be in the shop because, you know, customers come in the shop. I said, could you please come outside? I need to talk to you real fast, right? And I was really stern, man. I looked at her and I told her, I said, and I felt this way, y'all. Whenever I would see her car, it would put me in a bad mood. I looked at her and told her, your face puts me in a bad mood. When I see your face, I'm instantly mad. I'm so tired of you talking to me. If you ain't talking about these shakes, if you ain't talking about these teas, don't say nothing to me. I don't like talking to you, right? So me, if someone would have told me that, I would have been like, oh my God, okay, I'm not going to ask you for nothing. But like, fast forward, we had like a setup for a gym, bruh. We had a setup for a gym, and then I'm going to read this chat. I know it's on 5 million zillion messages, and I appreciate you guys for filling it out. Huh? I can't, what? In a minute, yeah, I got you. I'm about to get off for real. I promise. Just get dressed, and I'm going to do the middle part. Can y'all hear me? I'm sorry, I'm getting a phone call. Hopefully you guys can hear me. So what really took the cake, and I know my subscribers are tired of the phone call. I know my subscribers are tired of me talking about this story in particular, but it's like so mind-boggling. I'm so perplexed. So the following day, after I told her, her face puts me in a bad mood. What did she do? Okay, she went inside the shop. She was like, I can't work here no more. I got to go. She was telling the shop owner, but you know, I was telling the shop owner the same things, but he wasn't handling it. So I had to handle it. So that's why I say stand on business, stay in your grounds, protect your peace. Fast forward, bruh. I'm in the shop. I'm working out. Why? She comes up to me. She's looking at her phone, bruh. Looking at her phone. And I'm thinking, there's no way she could say anything to me. There's no way she has anything to tell me, because the last thing I told her was, your face puts me in a bad mood. Don't say anything to me, bro. She comes in. She's like, where's the shop owner? But he was even off on Sundays. This was a Sunday. And I'm like, you know, he off on Sundays. What? She was like, I can't believe this. And I'm working out. And I look at her and I'm like, what? And she's like, my friend just invited me to what the fuck? What do you call it, y'all? Shit. A swingers party. What? What? I told you yesterday your face puts me in a bad mood. Today you tell me the following day your friend, and so I think she was gay for me. She liked me, and that was her way of initiating me. Bro, I don't know at the end of the day. Justice for Charlie Kirk. No one. No, you're more like a Libra. I can tell who you are right now. If you want, I could tell you are right now. If you, I'm a shoot. I can prove it to you, homie. I don't know if you still here. Y'all see me? Caught my ring like slipping. Y'all got to tell me what y'all think. Man, you could see 08, 0186, but my ascending sign is Libra. So that means like I come off to a Libra. For those like who don't know me, I show more Libra traits than Leo traits. Whoa, too much. Yo, I got kidnapped by 2 women. They drove me to a different state because they wanted to have Wow. Hold up. In my Martin voice. Epi, I promise you, first time I met this guy, he told me his poop story. People, I don't know. I think people feel a little comfortable, man. You knew. I know, River. Thank you for being here. Hey, Aaron, how you doing? You're athletic. You're good at math. You know a lot about people, and you keep to yourself. You're a tomboy and can be a lady, but you're not religious, but you're spiritual. But little side, I'm very loyal. So let's see let's name what you got correct. I'm athletic. I would like to say something. I'm horrible at math. But if someone owes me money, boy, I could calculate that for you real fast. But yeah, you got a lot of that right. You heard Jay Electric's new I'm a Cutie. I have not. I did hear that Cardi. I messed with the new Cardi. I had to escape at night. Dang, bruh. I'm sorry you went through that, Sean. It's because you're a Leo. Because what, the talking? You're a beautiful black woman. Thank you, Alice. I appreciate you. Philly Phil. Who? Yuck. People don't respect boundaries, guys. I'm sorry. I wish I could stay on here longer. I'm going to read this chat. So flood it, man. I appreciate you guys being here on a Saturday. I'm going to read it, but let me get into what I'm going to do moving forward. I'm going to try my best to go. I'm going to read everything in the chat. Okay. I'm going to read everything in the chat. But moving forward, I'm going to try my best to go live 3 times a week, because the way I see it is a lot of people show up for these lives. And I feel like when I do videos, don't get me wrong, they get play, but they don't get play. But I get more play in the live. So I'm thinking about just converting and going live 3 times a week. Super chat. I appreciate you, homie. I appreciate it. I don't know who it is. I'm going to scroll down and see. It hasn't popped up on my end yet. But guys, let me know if y'all want me to go live 3 times a week. You're pretty. I appreciate you. Guys, I also have a Confidence is a Muscle ebook. A lot of people tell me I'm very confident. I can teach you my ways of being this confident and standing on business. What type of job is there? What do you mean? Right now I'm at Amazon. LOL, I could tell we're from Kentucky. Oh, could you? Won't work, Aaron. I didn't even read what he says. Like a lot of these times, I don't even read if it seems like it's going to be negative. Sometimes I could just pick it up, boy. It's going to be negative. I could just I could feel it, but I appreciate the super chat. I promise I'm working my way down. It's because you're Leo. You shine bright like a diamond. Talk to him. I'm a Libra. You glowing. Thank you so much, Blue Crown. Do you think a horse is stronger than a dolphin? I don't know, fam. I would say, yeah, I think a horse is stronger than a dolphin. Twins. Did you report to HR if you didn't know what you might really like the attention? So at that job where I was at Herbalife, there's no HR. It's like you're an independent distributor. So there's really no HR. And I wanted to check her a lot sooner than when I checked her. But I held off because we had an event. We had a whole bunch of things coming up. And the people who own the shop just told me to wait afterwards. So one thing about me is if I don't say what I want to say, if I feel like I'm resistant or I can't say it, it makes it build up more. So that's probably why I snapped on her so bad. No, I was talking about the dude who wanted to be in the romantic. Oh, yeah. Yeah, bruh, I don't know where he is now. Do I care? No. In the back. Is that her in the background? I don't know what that means. People are weird. I think I explained that. And you're talking. Love you. Thank you so much, Blue Crown. Calling immigration, calling ICE. What does that even mean? My fingers still smell like, oh, wow, there's that. You're smart. Alice, I appreciate you. She American. She American, son. No, I'm not Jamaican. I'm African American. You know, Twin Towers. I do. Do you wear leather leggings? I have before. Not lately, bruh. It's West Cruise. When someone says, like, this is the definition of projecting. When you say you don't really care about this story and you continue to stay here, that's you care. Yeah, it was wild, bruh. That girl at Herbalife, bruh, she took me out. Can y'all leave? If you're not going to be jerks, leave her alone. River, I got thick skin, cuz. I appreciate you. Why is my curtain like that? What curtain? What does that mean? What does that mean? Usually I call them out. You from Brooklyn? No, I just be acting like it. Yo, I saw you at Walmart same story again? Dang, bruh. I didn't even go to Walmart last night. Last night I worked night shift, so I couldn't have been at Walmart. The room in the back room needs some cleaning. Thank you. You can come over and clean it if you want to. Where are you from? I am from Kentucky, but right now I'm in Florida. Jason, thank you. You said you're cute. Anyway, shout out to Brooklyn. Brooklyn in the building. Can you cook? I can. What's your cat's name? Look, there's like 3 cats in here. There's a total of 4, but Bubby, Tulip, Blossom, and Trippy. That's the name of my cats. This story can put coffee to sleep. Oh, I am bored. Oh, worst story ever. Oh, toxic. Oh, some faces do that. Just ask West Cruz. What do you mean by that? Thank you, Jason. Calling ICE, calling immigrations. Here we go with that. You must have put off the vibe. No, bruh. Derek, don't do that. I think these women who are this way I can tell that they're not confident with themselves. These are like pick-me women. And I think me being confident, I'm very empathetic. I know I talk a lot, but I'm also a good listener. But I think the best way of saying it is with these people, I listen to them. And I think that me listening to them, they eat it up. They eat it up. You feel me? They eat it up. They eat up that attention, so it makes them attracted to me. Fake ID. You was born in Kenya. Wow, that's the new real ID. I don't know if you guys have seen it. Tourists in the building. I described you already. I already know how you are. Proud of you, real proud of you to be a shrimp. I'm proud of you, cuz about that van life and land life in the building. There's a cat behind you. Can we see it? They're in the back, bro. I'm about to dip out. Next time I got you. Where are you from? Kentucky originally, but right now I'm in Tampa. You are very loyal and will be one of the first women. You are very loyal. You will be one of the first women for what? Hey, Steve. Chris Watts, I appreciate you, man. Oh, it's not a dog. It's a cat. It's a cat. It's a cat. I appreciate the super chat, but it's a cat. Hi, sis. Belinda, how you doing? What's up? What's up, Spelly? How you been, bruh? Brother, buy a lot of XRP. Look it up. XRP, got you. I'm gonna check it out. The cat is so cute. Thank you, Alice. Jason, I hear you. Can we see the cat behind you? Y'all see him? Go live more. Starseed, got you. I function with you. Thank you so much, Oso. Can you say my name? It looks like Lacey L. I have to start live chat. People like and subscribe more with videos. I have to start live chats. People like and subscribe more. See, I look at my video analytics and I'm seeing like it's not really pooping off like I want it to. I'm getting likes and subscribes, but a lot of people sub when I go live. So I'm just going to test it out. Lacey, I shouted you out, homie. I hope you got it. I hope you received it. Amazon about to go fully automated. Is it? It might. Hopefully I won't be there when it does. We just got another raise. There you are. Where's my money at? I lent you $250. Bruh, stop. Have you ever had weird synchronicity moments that make you believe something weird is going on? I've had like a lot of deja vu. Tyler, if you're still here. Like I had deja vu of working at Amazon before I worked at Amazon. I have a lot of deja vu. It's really hard to explain. Like afterwards, I'm like, oh, wait a minute. I had a dream about this, but I had a dream before I worked there. Stand up so I can get a good look at you. See, we're not over sexualizing women. If you want to send a super chat, I'll stand up for you though. Jesus loves you and I love Jesus. She's a beautiful lady. She's American Alice. Talk to him. Kiss your boyfriend. I don't have a boyfriend. I got a husband. Can I get a shout out? Lacey, how you doing? Is that a cat back there? Yes. I love Florida. I don't care what they say. Jesus loves you. And I love Jesus. Cute fur babies. Thank you. Stephanie said hi. Hi. Lacey L. How you doing? Stephanie, I sub. Thank you guys. Make sure y'all sub like Stephanie. I'm in Miami. I'm going to relocate to Botswana. I'm originally from, talk to him. Miami's not too far away. Ladies, can I get a shout out? Lacey, what's up? What's up? The pick me seems to get married. Does the pick me get married? I'm not a pick me. Wowed. Kiss your boyfriend. I don't have a boyfriend. I have a husband. Can I please get a shout out from you? Rachel, marry me. All right, Rachel, pull up. I'm talking about how I don't like women, but pull up. You're really behind on these messages. Sorry, Derek. How are you doing today, Lacey? I'm good. Shout out to Tampa. Tampa in the building. I have some sad news. Do not annoy this. Okay. Say 67. Do meditation. Always remember words are not power. It's feeling behind it. Exactly. I want a wifey. Brownie, send a super chat. Can I get a shout out? Sigma. Opinion from a David case? Bro, I talked about it. It's wild. Not a boyfriend. I got a husband. Talk to him. Sorry to hear about your granny, Jeremy. Braid. Can we see your entire house? I got a video coming for you. Say 67. Yeah, I'm at the very end. Your right earring's about to fall out. I know. The back of it's messed up. Guys, that's all I got for you today. I appreciate you guys. Elvis in the building. Hands up to the ceiling. I'm wrapping up, Elvis. I appreciate you pulling up. But guys, that's all I got for you today. I will be back Monday with a different topic. Appreciate you guys pulling up. Don't forget, Confidence is an ebook. My ebook is out. I'm going to leave it inside of the description. If you want to learn how to develop confidence, this is like step by step what I did to develop my confidence. I'm not saying that I was never confident. What I'm saying is that I enhanced it. I don't know what, edge control, length. But guys, I appreciate you being here. Check the description box if you're trying to cop the ebook. Let's work on your confidence, man. I love you guys, and I can't wait to see y'all Monday. Have a good night. Have a good day. Thank you for pulling up Saturday, guys.